brand is consistency. See, this is the brand. If I come to your restaurant and that food tastes like that shit gotta taste like that. A brand is showing up every day to be that same person, to be the brand. You go to these quality brands that we respect so much, and people always say, damn, why do they spend money over there? No, because I know that fabric won't be the same. That plate, that steak is going to taste the same as it did 5 years ago. I think a lot of people don't put into their work because we live in a world where everybody is chasing celebrity. When I was doing my thing, I'll be straight up with you. A lot of the homeboys, a lot of my people, when I first came on social media and I running down the street, they was like, this dude was crazy. No. They didn't understand what was going on. My brand was the fact that on this timeline, I said, damn, I gotta compete with the girl that's ass naked. I gotta compete with the dude with the jury on. I gotta compete with this, so this is what I got you. This is what I'm gonna do. When you come up that time, I'm gonna be running across the highway and motherfucking, no. And 18 wheelers gonna be coming, you think I'm gonna be getting hit. And then I stop. Get up, you got this. So it's like, oh, if I'm laying on the ground with ketchup in my head, I'm telling you, don't wait until it's too late. You see what I'm saying? I'm giving you the game. Like you laughing in the comments, oh, you laughing. But while you laughing, I'm building a brand. I'm building a brand of consistency because I'm here every day. You see what I'm saying? I was up before everybody on the planet just morning. You see what I'm saying? And when you think about this, a brand is always showing up and being here. I didn't care what was going on when I get here. You see what I'm saying? I got to be in North the night of the Shakur Stevenson fight. You see what I'm saying? Yesterday I just flew in from LA, was over there with Issa Rae, shooting a TV show, had to do an activation with Puma, got back, jumped on the train 5 o'clock in the morning from Philly, got here 7, went to the Yours Truly Hotel, chilled for a minute, talked to myself a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I had a conversation, I got to prep myself. Got over here, called Bird, I said I beat it. So a brand is showing up. That's number one. A brand is also about protection. I own 13 trademarks. Wallo 267, I own that name. You see what I'm saying? I got so many LLCs and so much, and I got attorneys that handle this. I got a great intellectual property attorney called Shane Lawson out of Atlanta. I protect my stuff. But more importantly, my brand is, this bull gonna show up. We know what Wallo's gonna do. He's gonna show up, he's gonna come through. So I was able to take me running across the highway, y'all seeing the videos, and I knew that my brand was this. A lot of people, I never said this, but a lot of people understand. My brand is to make you think, laugh, and cry, and that's what I do. In the black community, the only time people listen to you is when you make them laugh. That's why when people see me and Gil, they're like, hey, these niggas crazy. You know we don't. We got plenty of sense. So now the brand is this. By the consistency of the brand, being able to generate viewership, now when I walk into Amazon, I walk into what's name, and I'm in there with the CEOs, I throw my feet on the desk, and I start talking my shit. And Gil sitting there just saying that, I know what I'm talking about. Because I know what we worth. Because I'm looking at the numbers, I'm looking at who else. But I built the brand, and the brand that I had to build was every day. I don't care what you're doing in this room. I'm gonna give you the game. The game is this, and when I say game, I'm talking about God's intention, motivation, education. This is the game. You got a camera, you cook food, I don't care, you got a clothesline, I don't care what you got. The number one killer of black businesses is black people. Let me give you a game. I was a kid, Mr. Johnson. I used to go there every, shout out to Mr. Johnson, rest in peace. He lived right around the corner. Mr. Johnson had the mom and pop store with the pickled pig feet on the counter. You know, the red jar, the sausages and all that shit, but he had all the penny candy. This was my guy, because I go work for him for candy and shit. And he'd tell me all the stories. One of the saddest days of my life as a kid was when I went to Mr. Johnson. He said, had his apron, you know how Mr. Johnson had his apron on, sitting on the side of the room. He said, I'm ready to shut down. Well, I said, Mr. Johnson, you can't do that. Because I'm thinking, like, how come you're all candy and shit? Right, straight up. And he said something to me, and I never forgot this. He said, can't do it. He said, Monday, Tuesday, I put everybody in the book. Put everybody in the neighborhood in the book. You know how you come in the competition book, you get the flour, the sugar, the this, the that, the lunch meat. When they get paid on Friday, they go to the Chinese people. They don't come back and give me more money. The number one killer of black business is black people. Let me break this shit down to you. Now is a different way, because we don't look outside of the box. If I start a clothing line today in DC, whatever side, I don't know the different sides, northeast, southeast, I know some East shit going on. I'm from East. I'm just gonna say I'm from East DC, right? So I'm starting some East shit today. My dad's from East over there. I'm from East DC, that's why I'm I don't know. I don't know which one to say, because I don't know what's going on. I'm from East DC, right? So now, I started co-writing there. And this is the mindset I want to program into everybody's mind. It's going to be about this many people. These are these first rows right here, from here to here. This is the people I know. That's who I know directly. That's who I know directly. Them 4 rows, that's my people. You know what I do? You know what we do? They're going to come, they're going to support us, they're going to buy something. As soon as they don't double back, as soon as they don't listen, this dream of this coal line I had can stop. But guess what? These 4 rows ain't got none of them 8 billion people that's on the planet. We stop right there. That's it. They right, these people right here, they would, right here, this shit a cripple and a paralyzer. And then we go on Instagram, oh, ain't nobody support me. Shut up. Shut up. Fuck you keep crying for? You got Philly, you got Baltimore, you got New York, you got Cincinnati, you got China, you got Africa, you got the satellite in your pocket. You talking about somebody not supporting you? You want Shopify? Is you running your ads? Is you doing this? You make sure you get the emails? No, because you know why? We so worried about they support Fat Trail. Why don't they support me? His audience might not be your audience. They play Meek Mills. Why they don't play me? They play Shaq Lizzy. Why? You keep worrying about the wrong shit. Build your audience and focus outside of your area. What do you think? Only people that's going to wear my East stuff, you know how many people that came to DC to win the college here got unbelievable experiences that's going to be able to wear something. I remember I had one of the trademarks I own is Verse the World. And I was on a TV show here early in the day. I had DC Verse the World and some shit. I had one of the Jones on. And no, it's always money in DC. That's one of my other trademarks. But I own New York Verse the World, Atlanta Verse the World, Houston Verse the World. There's always money in Atlanta. There's always money. I own all that shit. Just because. So listen. And I got licensing deals with it. So Pete. So I had the shirt on and I had the Redskins stuff. You know how many people tore my line? I ain't from DC. But they tore my line up. So it's places everywhere. But the problem with us as black people when it's building the brand, we cry too much. Shut up. Stop crying. Don't nobody care. And we gotta understand this. You gotta know how to present your brand. An old timer told me when I was in penitentiary, he used to play chess. And he gave me the greatest game of life. He said, you know one thing? He said, one thing, and this was a Jewish guy, old dude. He said, one thing about you black guys, I'm gonna tell you something. So I come, because you sit there and talk to me, that I came to say, I'm gonna give you the greatest information in the world. I came, I got a notebook. He said, what you bring that shit for? We used to play chess on the big table. This big ass chess table, you know, the old school joint. He said, you ready? I said, yeah, I'll grab a book on my book. He said, no, put that shit away. He said, with you black people, money give money to money. Y'all only give money to money. Y'all only give money to what's already winning. All that shit, oh, I'm a black business, shut that shit up. Don't nobody care. I'm a small black business. No, nobody, the way we operate and our mindset is, we gotta see you winning already, then you go crazy. So even if you create the illusion that you win, even if your website is outstanding, it don't cost them to have an unbelievable website. It don't cost them to get a photo shoot. Look at all these boys here got these cameras. I negotiate these boys to shoot unbelievable photo shoots for them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. They don't want to say something to you cameramen. Stop being slashes. I find a lot of cameramen because I don't play when I do my business. And I'm going to tell y'all some real shit. No, let me get y'all again. You cameramen, you have a fit. Oh, I do clothing line. No, nigga, I need you to do this camera work. You can't focus on editing this shit for me because you know what? You want to go clothing line, you want to be a rapper, you want to be popular. Bro, what the fuck is you doing? Oh, I'm just being real. I'm just being real. No, that's cool. You're going to stand on there. I ain't mad at you. But I know that you're not going to have time to edit 15 episodes of $1 million worth of game and get this 75 to 150,000 I'm getting. Because you know what? You so focused on, I got to be popular on Instagram. We fascinated with being popular, but we don't want no money. We don't want no money.
Speech. Say game.
I'm telling people, I'm telling people, listen. We're going to grow with me again. We're going to build these shows. We're going to give you producer credits. We're going to take you to another level. Oh yeah, I got this phone and I couldn't. Oh, you couldn't edit what? You couldn't edit what? You couldn't edit this Antonio Brown song? Okay, I got something for you. This is what you want to do. Go ahead and do your thing. Let's support much support. He going on separate. Go ahead. So y'all got to start understanding that the most important people that we have in our culture to be able to make our presentation and our introduction to the world is the Swiss Army knife. The Swiss Army knife is that person that do like your whole story, Tom. You get the right person, you can tell your whole story. Because the story of you and your dad, that's a movie, that's a documentary, that's the next level shit. That ain't no small shit. Don't play your head with these little small. No, that shit big. That's motion picture. That's HBO Plus documentary. Netflix. That's that. You not fuck around with that local shit. Oh yeah, I just see the documentary. No. It's some big shit. But what I'm saying is this: that Swiss Army knife, if you can find one, you're lucky. And the Swiss Army knife is that person that do video, graphics, and photography. They know how to make that logo, they know how to make that website, they know how to shoot your content, they know how to edit it, and they know how to present you to the world. That right there, that will make people say, damn. When they come to your website, when they see the editing of the transitioning of your video, that's that. And when you can find that person, you grab that person, you pay them, and you keep them. You make them a part of your family. And so the cameraman, I understand you got some of y'all be having ideas of celebrity because y'all, this culture right now grew up in a celebrity world where we don't think about being doctors, lawyers, and a lot of times we don't think about being celebrity executives. We don't have enough executives. Everybody want to be popular, but nobody want to be the one to say, you know what, I'm from DC, but let me run around the country, build the relationships, so now when this dude starts, he want to be a rapper, I know I can take him to all the media outlets. I got you, my man. I know all the print ads. I know the promoters, they're getting booked in Philly, they're getting booked in Baltimore, they're getting booked in New York. Nobody want to take that point because everybody want to jump in front of the camera and everybody want to do their thing and everybody want to be popular. I'm going to tell you some real shit. It take a whole lot of work to be a celebrity. That shit ain't sweet. That shit ain't sweet. So we got to really start focusing on being executives. Because I'm going to tell y'all something and I hope y'all ready for it. The coaches last longer than the players. The coaches last longer than the players. Phil Jackson, he had Mike and he had Kobe. Everybody's trying to be Mike and Kobe, that's one in a million. And the field is so crowded now because everybody is a battle. And I'm not saying people can't be creative, but it's a battle. And to the rappers, I gotta say this shit. I don't know who rapping here, especially to the street rappers. I gotta say you something. This is why a lot of shit don't go. To the street rappers, little bro, stop rapping about niggas in the 10 block radius on every song. You wonder why your song ain't going. You tell me some, oh, I'm hot, and you want to keep screaming at everybody coming to see, why don't put me on this? Why don't put me on this? Dog, you talking about killing 10 niggas in the 10 block radius, bro. The same 10 niggas. So if I'm from, first of all, once again, I'm from East. And if you from North, I'm West. All right, if you rapping about shooting some niggas on the East, so bro, the whole East ain't playing this shit. So the support of Garbanals and the support of the whole city, because somebody just make a song that ain't talking about killing the op, that ain't talking about smoking a pack, some shit that wasn't even originated in some of these cities. I'm trying to figure out why everybody rapping like they from Chicago and they from Chicago. Where the fuck that come from? Because somebody make a song with a beat that we can party to, that we can have fun to, that everybody in DC, you're forced to hand to play it and get behind it, because once it's push out of here, then it bleed over to VA, and bleed over to Baltimore, and bleed over to Delaware, and bleed over to Philly. It can't bleed out with all you talking about shooting a nigga that's 5 blocks away from you that might be your cousin or your brother, because your daddy is out there doing this thing. That's all I say. But I'm just getting real. But building the brand is about consistency. Get up every day, and I'm gonna leave you with this. You got 6, you got 12, you got 18, you got 24. If you could do something every day for 6 months, and it don't pop, you go to 12, you go to 18, that shit is gonna pop. I'm a dude right here, they fucking laughed at me at the beginning. They thought Wallo was crazy. If Wallo came home from jail, I didn't grab a gun, I didn't sell no drugs. This nigga tripping, he on Instagram running down the street, get up! What you wanna do? Oh yeah, he's crazy. Now there ain't no corporation I can't walk in America and they ain't gonna give me millions of dollars. You gotta stand. I'm from YouTube for DC. I took the ghettos around this country. Wallo was cultural advisor YouTube. The nigga that did 20 years in prison.
Gang.
Think about that. So we gotta start looking at ourselves and understanding all this game that we learn in the street, when we can transfer that energy, all I did was transfer the energy that the OGs gave me. That hustle that we got, oh, you mean to tell me I gotta put the stamp on the bag so it be that? Oh damn, that's the same thing as brand, trademark. I gotta do this. Oh, if I can run the corner, I can run it the same way. If you can shoot, if you can film a fight, you can film a movie. They shoot movies with iPhones out this joint. You can shoot, it's like 14 of these movies on Netflix that people shot with iPhones. People shoot, come on man, stop playing games, man. Black people, shit, stop playing.
Thank you, man. Yeah, appreciate that.